Hello? Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Planescape Torment with me, your host Tim. Holy crap!
Done.
It's been like another week or so since I last played, maybe 2 weeks. Today is the day I'm recording this, is June 14th, 2016. And it occurs to me I probably should be mentioning the year at which I'm recording it because I think I mentioned it earlier,
I'm gone.
but it's taken me more than a year to record this many videos for the game. Wow, I was distracted by Darkest Dungeon quite a lot. I believe where we left off, we had just discovered how to read the notes in the dodecahedron, which I'm gonna guess another incarnation of me made. So we're going to read these and figure out what on earth I was talking about, and hopefully there's some information in this that will help us use the portal
All right.
that we picked up, this unfolding portal, and tell us how to go ahead and use it. What else is there? That's right, I'm looking for an area I can safely stand, and this area doesn't have too many people, just in case the dodecahedron opens a portal and we have to fight some creatures, or there's other traps hidden here. So I wanted a big open area. We've done our shopping, and also, before I forget, I want to apologize for the sound problems I had in the last two videos. I didn't realize how much trouble I was having since I had to reinstall the game before. So it should be fixed now, and my voice should be clear, but yet there should still be all the sound effects going on at the same time. I'll double check this video when I'm done, just to make sure. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and look at our inventory. And I guess we're going to go ahead and use the dodecahedron. You heft up the cold gray dodecahedron, a previous incarnation's encrypted and thrice trapped journal. Unfold it and read through it. What do you wish to read about? Okay, wow, we have a ton of stuff. Let's go in order here. Read about whispering shadows. The whispers are not shadows moving. They are speaking, plotting, talking to each other. I can understand some of what they say. Okay. Read about a female ghost. The book tells me things. Whispers things. It tells me to avoid the ghost girl. Avoid her. I don't know her. And she torments me. The book. So the only book I'm aware of that talks to you is the evil book that Martork, the talking rat man, has down beneath the Bone Singer's place. Wow, it's been a long time since I even thought about the were-rats. It's an evil book. It tells you to do things. You can do them, and it grants you other spells you can't get anywhere else, I believe. They can give you really powerful stuff, but it's an extremely evil book. And it wants you to do horrible things to your friends. So we haven't picked it up in this playthrough, because I'm not playing the Evil Nameless one. Let's read something else. What do you wish to read about? I also wouldn't trust that book, by the way, so it probably didn't want Dionara to help me. Read about hiding something within your own body. And so I swallowed it, hoping it'd catch in my bowels. I can make someone remove it when I need to. Oh, this must be the one ring we had the girl remove for us. The old lady way back in Farad's. Wow, Farad's Underground. Oh, God, it's so long ago now. I mean, to you guys, this would probably be a few months from now, but for me it was over a year ago. Read about some paranoid ranting. I have learned that my life is not my own. I will not allow you to have my life. You will have to pull my life from my broken body if you want it. It's you who will die. If I cannot have it, neither will you. You are responsible for this treason of flesh. You will not live to live my life. Wow. I guess this is the paranoid version of me in the past, obviously speaking to me in the future, realizing that I finally was able to break its encryption on this. My goodness, wow, so paranoid. I guess he'd have to be, right? He would realize that he could be even smarter than his current incarnation and undo all this stuff. What if this is the version that we had read about, that we met inside the Sensorium stones? Read about the accursed tattoos. The accursed tattoos will not leave my skin. I have tried to burn them off my skin. Failed. Failed! I try and cloak myself, but I always feel that people are reading my flesh. Reading me like a book. Whenever they look at me, I want to tear their eyes out, pluck them from their sockets, and crush them beneath my heel. Holy crap, this guy was really super paranoid. Read about dreams and ravel. Why can't I dream? I used the goblet of Samir to force a waking dream. I saw a hag. She tempted me, threatened me with shadows. I have never seen her, but she came when I dreamt. I must not dream again. I must always be aware. I destroyed the goblet. She says she is someone of power, and that she will have me, will find me. Get away, hag. Stay far away from me. Leave me in peace. I want nothing to do with you. Continue reading this portion of the journal. Her voice reeked of evil's talons like spiders. They burrowed into my gray matter, and I needed her out of my mind. Out, hag. She was a myth, a fairy tale, who alone challenged the Lady of Pain. How can one fight someone who is a myth? I don't have the weapons. I need weapons that will kill her should she find me. I need a strategy, so she cannot defeat me when she comes for me. I must devise and think. I shall beat her. Wow. He really wanted Ravel destroyed. How long ago was this incarnation around? You know what, speaking of tattoos, we should probably go back to whatchamacallit, shouldn't we, and see if there's any new tattoos for us. Read about dangers of names. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Names can be used as weapons by others. They are a hook that can be used to track you, find you, hunt you across the plains. Remain nameless, and you shall be safe. Oh, we read about this originally in our tomb. Read about the killing in the fest hall. I went to the fest hall looking for the path of my false self in its halls. So glaring was it that those I did not know, the false ones, welcomed me into their confidence, treated me as a friend, showed me my room, attended to my needs. I had to restrain myself from launching out against them. That would have been premature. First, I needed to protect my identity. I found one who knew the exclusive language of the Uryu, learned it as I could, then killed him. Then I went to the Sensorium and prepared to end the matter. Soon. Oh, this was the version that set the trap in the Sensorium stone. Holy crap. Man, how many other versions of me are there up ahead? Or how many other traps did this guy lay in front of me that I still have to avoid? Thinking about it, how many other traps did I lay for myself while I was different? My God, this game's questions are amazing. You are composed of what you look like and how you act, right? If you were completely different, you'd be a completely different person. Well, obviously, but I mean, someone with amnesia or someone who forgets themselves. Man, this is actually turning kind of sad, Tim. I'm beginning to think of, like, Alzheimer's disease. And people forget things. And then they're no longer the person you knew. Read about the murder of the one who tried to help you. There is nothing he can do. Memories are gone, he says, never to return. He says lies and tells me this is what he told me. Lies! He says my mind is weakening from every death. Lies! He sat there, betraying my confidence with every turn. He says that only after 3 more deaths, 3 more lives will I gain the benefit of keeping my memories. but that I, myself, I will die when I die. Die! How can one be immortal and still die? He could not answer, so he was of no use. I butchered him, so that no other incarnation will ever benefit from his uselessness. If too many people are killed that could help me, I will never be able to unravel the history of who I am and what happened to me. Thank goodness we got this far, but I'll probably never get this far again. We've got to make sure we do this. Read a cryptic answer from an unknown source. So the ghastly head said, "You have been divided. You are one of many men." One of many men? You bear many names. Each has left their scars on your flesh. Lost One, Immortal One, Incarnation's End, Man of 1,000 Deaths, the one doomed to die, Restless One, one of many, the one whom life holds prisoner, the bringer of shadows, the Wounded One, Misery Bringer, Yemeth. You are silvered glass that has cracked, and the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of import. Regain that, and your life will be yours again. There will be a price. This price will buy you a chance. Without that chance, you are doomed. Wow, I got chills reading that part. You have lost that which is never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you. Lost. It exists, but you must find it before your mind is lost to you as well. Oh, so we had our soul probably ripped from our body. And we can't die because we're missing it. That's fascinating. Alright then. Well, there's nothing else here. That was the entire journal. Alright then. Well, thank you, Dodecahedron. We'll add you to the list of things I'm never going to be able to throw away. Oh, wow. Oh, holy crap, this thing weighs 10 pounds. Alright, well, let's go ahead and then use the portal. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately it begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have everything you need. You might not be back in Sigil for a long time. Uh-oh. Alright, let's... Am I ready? I think I have all the supplies I need. We have a little bit of money in case we're going places that require us spending cash. I think we're good to go, everyone. Let's do this. Let's do it. It's time to go. Let's see where this takes us. We have everything we needed to get to Ravel, so I think this will take us to her. Let's step through the portal. Oh, wow.
Done.
Sorry, everyone, I just got chills. You have no idea how many times I've played this game, and this is the first time I am now standing in what I'm assuming is Ravel's maze. Now, I had a dream about this place, and there were lots of things around.
Like a shadow I am.
Whoa, whoa, what's happening? Trigits. Alright, let's start fighting these things.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
We'll use a magic missile. we'll use a Missile of Patience.
Live the shadows.
Affirmative.
And Fall from Grace, we're just going to move up here. Let's see how tough these things are.
Maximally efficient strike.
I'm gone. I hear I shall serve.
Oh, these things aren't tough. Oh, holy crap. Sorry, everyone. For some reason, I expected these things to be, like, super difficult.
Like a shadow I am.
Oh, okay, but
Live the shadows.
there's more than just 2 of them. I guess that makes sense. Holy crap, nice backstab, Anna. Thank you.
Shadow I am.
Done. All right.
Like a shadow I am.
Whoa, whoa!
Live the shadows.
Kill it!
Maximally efficient strike.
Backstab.
Thank you, Anna, for doing
Ready.
incredible amounts of damage to it.
Shadow I am.
I want to map everything on the outskirts of this place. I guess this is a maze, so we're going to follow the right-hand rule here.
Like a shadow I am.
I'm gone.
It's like some sort of weird hedge maze place.
Like a
Oh.
shadow I am.
Let's also do this. You two can switch spots. I want the con up
All right.
closer. Whoa! There's traps lying around.
Live the shadows.
Maximally efficient strike.
Oh, we have another one sneaking up on
Yes.
us. Why don't you cure light wounds to con?
I think affirmative.
Sure, why not?
Like a shadow I am. Lend me strength.
Error.
Shadows.
I
Error.
will hear you.
Awaiting order.
Backstab. I'm here. Like a shadow I am.
Processing. Plant life is
Hi,
not
what?
indigenous to structure.
Oh, really?
Why not?
Interesting.
May my face lend me strength.
If
Shadow
what
I
Lord
am.
said is true, then this maze was, well, obviously the maze was created, right? The Lady of Pain made this place?
Like a shadow I am.
I would imagine that none of it is
Live
indigenous
the shadows.
to where we're located.
Error. Error.
Backstab.
Good work, everyone. We have portals all over the place here, too, apparently.
Like a shadow I am.
I don't want to step through any of these, though. Right now, we're just going to be exploring the maze, filled with its traps, apparently, too.
Live the shadows.
You know what? I think we'll
Portal
have,
detected.
instead of having Anna be a
Die.
backstabber, she will look for traps.
All right.
Right. Disarmed it.
Thank you,
Might
Anna.
as well.
Done. The clock sings true.
Nice work,
I'm
everyone.
gone.
Man, holy crap.
All right.
It's not difficult. Oop, Anna, you need
What
to...
did you want to know?
I knew it. After combat ends, she no longer is searching for traps, so
Why not?
I have to keep remembering to do that with her.
Right.
Another trap.
Right. Disarmed it.
Thank you, Anna.
Done.
Alright, you two take on this guy. We will take on this one with Nordom's assistance.
Damn it!
No, we won't, because it's fleeing.
Maximally efficient strike.
Alright, let's keep going.
I'm gone.
Yeah, this is some easy experience points. 750 each.
Done.
It's not a lot. It's like 100 for all of us. 125 or so. Oh, I wonder if we have to jump through 4 different portals to reach her.
All right.
Last time we were in a place like this, though, it was all one giant room, basically.
Done. I'm gone.
I'm about to say, I don't trust anything like that looks like these blocks. They seem to be what are the traps.
Disarmed it.
We will take on this one.
What's up?
Nordum addressed.
Damn.
Packet dropped by your command.
Very well. Damn it!
All right.
How may I help?
I'm actually taking a tiny bit of damage. Let's use... Nope, cure moderate wounds. I definitely should be using these spells before I begin using anything else. Like, I do not want to be using my charms at the moment.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
It's okay. I don't actually expect you to be fighting anything. Fall from grace.
It'll be done.
Done.
Oops. I don't know what button I just hit right there. Hopefully didn't mess up the game. Sorry if I'm not talking to everyone. I'm kind of focusing on the combat. I'm also trying to notice what's going on in this area.
Yeah.
You guys take this out.
Ready.
Anna, you'll disarm the trap.
Might as well. Disarmed it.
And another one shows up. Alright, then you
I'm
two
here.
can take this one out, and we...
Processing.
All right. Precious Valley.
Wow! Lots of traps around.
Disarmed it. Disarmed it.
Thank you, Anna. Oop, hello.
Maximally efficient strike.
Wow.
Done.
Just Nordon could take on a Trigit without any trouble.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like we'll have to be taking one of these portals. I don't want to miss anything, though, so we're still gonna, you know... oh, are they respawning?
Error. Error.
I'm gone.
Okay, let's wait for the music to stop.
Right. Disarmed it. Might as well.
And now we'll read about
All
Trigits briefly. Alright, so that's our journal. Beasts. NPCs. Where is the Trigit? Evil Wizard Construct. Really? We know about this thing? Holy crap, I don't think we read about this before. Oh, look at it! Wow! Ah, it's been a while since I was in the Modron maze. Somehow this drone achieved sentience and overthrew the Modron in charge. Before it could lay any serious plans, though, the failsafe of the Modron Cube kicked in and placed the drone into status. Now you've activated again. Good for you. Okay. Oh, did we read about the larval worms and stuff? I don't think we did. Larval worm. These are not the pleasant earthworms that emerge from the ground after heavy rain. They are slimy, massive creatures that feed on carrion. Their mouths lined with sharp teeth that could tear the arm off a strong man or the head from a child. Wow. Lemurs. Did we encounter any of these? The least of the hordes of the lawful evil Batazu. The Lemurs are the incarnate spirits of the truly evil. They are used as ballista fodder for the Blood War and are barely intelligent. You need magic weapons or holy items to hurt them, it seems, for their gelatinous flesh seals behind any wounds you might inflict. Any other new creatures, as long as we're looking down here? Pillar of Skulls. This disgusting massive head towers lonesome in the fiery wastes of Avernius, the first layer of Beator. Apparently, it is composed of the heads of liars and ill-meaning sages, a punishment for those who squandered the gift of knowledge. You have been told that the pillar holds the answers to your mortality. I have? The precious secret that has been driving you from these long years. Wait, what? This seems like a bug. Unless it was one of the dreams that told me about this. Alright, looks like we're going after this. I thought it was Ravel. Oh, holy crap, we discovered something secret that we weren't supposed to know right away. My god, though, this looks like something I would have seen in Eternal Darkness. Solmine. You were first alerted to the Solmine by the thundering of their hooves. Four-legged creatures of pure evil, the Solmine have the body of a horse and the head out of a nightmare. Their spiked shoulders make them additionally threatening. They seem to travel in carnivorous herds. Trellins. Ordinarily, you'd think beetles would be small things you could crush with your boot. You wouldn't credit them with intelligence. You certainly wouldn't credit them with a sadistic streak. At least you wouldn't until you saw the Trellins. These hissing beetles things live in the dark, and they have a marked penchant for pain. They seem to be a breed of lower plane creature because there's a palpable evil in them. They don't look like beetles at all. They look like demons. And Trigits. This is what we're here for. Ravel's black barbed maze is said to hold the legendary night hag herself, but in the centuries that she has been gone from Sigil, she's had the opportunity to alter her personal maze. Seeds fell from her hair as she traveled through the maze, and the peculiar energies of the maze spawned these creatures, the Trigits. They're essentially sentient trees, and they seem to have a hunger for blood. So these things weren't naturally a part of her maze. Interesting. That's actually quite a handy bit of information. We discovered what I guess we're looking for. That Pillar of Skulls. I don't think we'll find it here. Maybe Ravel will tell us about it.
Done. I'm gone.
The plump, hook-nosed crone before you doesn't look like much of a myth. She's outfitted in a simple, if dirty, brown shirt and leggings, with a number of pouches hanging from her frayed belt. She seems oblivious to your presence, more concerned with the tangled black roots woven together to form the floor of the maze than anything transpiring around her. Study her for a moment. A tangle of jagged gray hair juts from beneath the crone's hood, spreading down her shoulders like a mass of twisted gray roots. Sickly, blue-gray flesh hangs in loose folds from her face. Her narrow chin, long and sharp, juts forward in an extreme underbite, and 2 filthy yellow canines protrude from her lower jaw like small tusks. Oh, she is hideous, I guess. She is a night hag. I do not want to attack Ravel. We're here for information. Nothing else, I hope. So, let's talk to her. Ravel?
Visitors.
The crone's voice is thick and scratchy, as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. Her eyes are a dull, bloody red, with black veins running through them like tree branches. As she gazes at you, a strange crawling sensation passes through you, like snakes burrowing beneath your skin. I guess she's telepathic or using magic to scan me. Greetings, Ravel.
Well now, my pretty thing. Have you returned at last? You were gone so long, I feared you forgot poor, lonely Ravel.
How could I forget you, Ravel? I missed you. But you hid yourself in a place that was difficult for me to reach. Come now, did you not wish for my company? Ah, Ravel's yellow smile widens, peeling back the folds of her skin, and she cackles softly. Such sweet words. You are already knowing the answer of your asking, my precious man. I scattered clues like caltrops, and these were my means of guiding you to my garden. I feared it was you who had forgotten I assure you, I did no such thing. I have returned to you at last. Have you? But what has returned? She squints at you with her black-veined eyes and hisses softly. Let Ravel see how you've fared in this life. She reaches out as if to caress you, and you suddenly notice her fingers are talons, each fingernail filthy and wickedly sharp. I can tell her not to touch me, I can let her touch me, or I can attack her when she reaches out to touch me. I am not here to fight her. I can't die, and I have had worse things than Ravel's fingers caressing my face. So I'll let her touch me. Her ragged talons trace their way across your skin, and in their wake you feel some strange tingling sensation you felt when Ravel first looked at you. Her eyes dim somewhat, and her talons slide gently along the contours of your face, lingering on your scars. Reach out to touch her, feel her features, or wait. Let's do the same to her. Hopefully our companions aren't too freaked out by this. Maybe a prior nameless... Well, I do know her. A prior incarnation of me knew her for some reason. Let's do this. Your hand touches Ravel's cheek as her talons caress your face, and instinctively you mirror her touch. As her talons drag along your left cheek, your fingers drag along hers. Her eyes close, and yours follows. It feels strangely familiar. Close your eyes, surrender to the memory. When your eyes open, it feels as if all the color has bled out of the trees in the maze. Everything is a featureless, dusty, dead gray. Ravel's eyes are still closed, but as you watch, they slowly open and she smiles, a sad, gray smile. You feel words rising to your lips, echoing something you have said in the past, in a different place, on another plane. It is said that you are the greatest of the Grey Sisters, Ravel. I have traveled far to reach you. She nods, but slowly, too slowly, as if through a dream. When she speaks, her words are muted, as if being spoken underwater.
But why have you traveled so far? Your need must be great. Yet you seem to have brought nothing that would interest me. You must pay for your services.
My need is great. My currency is this. A challenge. Perhaps an impossible challenge, one I fear is beyond even your abilities. You echo the words, and you feel the manipulation, the subtle twist designed to pull Ravel's strings. Her eyes blaze like fiery gray in the dream memory, and the gray that is eating the landscape seems to ebb from her features.
There is nothing that is beyond me, foolish man. Nothing. Pose your challenge. I will hear you.
Death waits at the end of life for all men. I need it to wait for me no longer. Can you do this, beautiful Ravel? The vision clears, the gray bleeding away from the maze until the color resumes. Your hand still cupping Ravel's cheek, her eyes are closed and she sighs. You withdraw it slowly, and after a moment Ravel's eyes open, and she gives a rasping hiss. Yes. Ravel?
Updated my journal.
Ravel's finger withdraws, and she looks at you sadly. Oh, sad, sad, broken half-thing. All a pieces. She squints at you. No longer the one Ravel knew are you. Are you still a broken? After all this sad, sad time. Broken? What do you mean? A body you possess, but a body of knowledge you do not. She points her ragged talon at your chest, at your scars. Many, and such scars you have, all scrawled on your skin. Many tales does your skin tell. What tales does my skin tell? Your scars and tattoos shout to me. Here is a man in confrontation with the world. Ravel makes a cooning noise not unlike a dying bird, which I'm not going to try to emulate. Yes, such tales as would shrivel even a hag's ears. Tell me these tales. I would know them. The tales are many. They echo of balance, imbalance, trials of war, battles with fiendish elements, and a creature that feeds on others from afar to sustain itself, and of torments. Such torments flesh has never known. Trials of war. I'm assuming this is the Blood War, since we know we partook in that some time ago. Great, great trials of war. Much too much to be borne by any mortal thing. What war? Where? This war touches all, my precious half-thing. There was no place where its caress is not felt. Did it touch you? To this, Ravel says I. That would explain the scars. What are these other tales of my skin tells? What of the battles with fiendish elements? Two fiends butt heads. Their tiny heads filled with ideas of how the planes should be, yet can never be, or the planes they would be no longer. Such foolishness. Yep, definitely the Blood War. The Batazu and the Tanari. Tell me about what you meant with balance and balanced. Divided in two you were, when your mortality was peeled from you. No longer balanced, much a broken in the separation, both blessing and a mistake, but more a mistake than blessing, Ravel thinks. You took my mortality. How? Forgotten the how of it I have I? Ravel's gaze dims for a moment, the black vein swimming in her eyes. And even if I remembered it, I would never do it twice. Not forgotten the moment I have, after the break. Seeing the pain stream from your veins, your cries like a wailing child, every bit of your being filled with emptiness. Terrible. Even for these eyes. So, that's why I feel hollow inside, because my mortality is gone. Very well. What of this creature that feeds on others from afar? No base hunger do you feel, but far, far more terrible ones boil beneath your skin, and such a cost. Hungers? What do you mean? I know not? Not the nature, nor the cause of these hungers. But heed this, coming events cast their shadows before them, my precious half-man. There is no assaying of what these events will be, not even with Ravel's eyes. And these torments, what are these torments you speak of?
Updated my journal.
A lodestone pulls iron to it, and so do you, my precious half-man. But it is not iron, but tormented souls. As others suffer, they are drawn to you, and your path becomes theirs. She makes a sweeping gesture. Do you not see them in the eyes of those that have traveled here with you? My companions, what do you mean? Do you wish to explain, Gith? Ravel throws a burning glance at Dakan, tempered with a fanged smile. Vows may prove tighter than any chain, no? The manacles of a race once enslaved. Now a slave again? Dakan is silent, but his blade shifts at Ravel's words. The blade darkens, the edge sharpening until the Karak itself seems to carry a horrible malevolence about it. Uh-oh. Watch your words, Ravel. The cog box. Ravel's gaze drifts to Nordum. Once it knew only suffering's definition, but now it feels its sting. There is no room for two in a world of ones and zeros, no place for mayhap in a house of trues and falses, and no green with envy in a black and white world. When it discovers how the planes turn, when it discovers the truth behind loyalty and ill logic, more torments will it know. Ravel, leave my companions alone. I have the chattering skull. Ravel doesn't even bother to look at Mort, as if he is beneath her notice. Are the quips enough of a shield for what lies buried inside your brain box, Why speak truths when lies suffice? Mort, what do you mean, Ravel? The abyssal temptress, Ravel sneers, her yellow fangs piercing her purple lips as she squints at Fall from Grace. A skin so fair, lips so rich, eyes that might cause you to forget Ravel herself, and yet she suffers more than any other. When one turns on their nature, many are the torments that arise from such a betrayal. Ravel, I have come to terms with my... You lie, succubus! Ravel's lips peel back in a snarl. You lie! Do not dare lie to me when your heart is a book to me. Every word you spit screams of your torment. Oh, wow! You know, I was just under the impression that Fall from Grace totally, completely moved beyond her instincts to do what she needs to do. It never occurred to me that maybe she's still fighting it. So she's a succubus. She's designed to tempt others and strip them of their souls in order to bring them down to the abyss to fuel the blood war. She does have her journal. I never even attempted to read it. And that would... Oh, I wonder... No. Huh. Maybe we should try prying at her journal and seeing what she actually thinks sometime. I don't like doing that, though. I don't like invading the privacy of even my NPCs in video games. But maybe we'll do it. Anyway, we can't do it now. But that's interesting. Also, Ravel's trying to sow dissent amongst all my companions for some reason. It's like as if she... How would she know all of them? If she's been here the whole time. Or maybe she's just that good. She's able to look at all of them and see how they're bound to me. Have a care with your words, Ravel. Enough of this. Ah, Ravel gestures at Anna as if she is for sale upon the auction block. Look upon the feisty tiefling, such fiery hair and voice. Ravel smiles, baring her rows of yellow teeth. Shall I speak of your torment, tiefling? Anna seems paralyzed, her eyes wide as Ravel turns her black-veined gaze to her. You can see her trembling, her heart beating fast. No, I shall not speak of it. Ravel's voice drops, almost in exhaustion, and the smile fades from her face. Grown tired of cruelties and torments, Ravel has. The world is a jagged enough place. She turns to you, her bloody eyes dimmed, and she sighs. And my precious, precious half-man, for you, the greatest torment of all, life forevermore. Can it be life a cares for you as Ravel does? She gnashes her yellow tusks with a horrid clacking noise. One so brave, so passionate, so terribly lost, sad, sad. Ravel, why did you make me immortal? I must a puzzle of bone and skin were you, always intriguing, and the most beloved of all who came to me, petitioning, requesting, pleading, pleasing, pleading for help. Ravel stares hard at you, her black-veined ember eyes narrowing. So hard to see past the scars, to dig up the man who was underneath. She's having trouble seeing me for who I once was, based on who I now am. Anyone would, I suppose. Ravel, can you tell me anything about who I once was? A shadow with substance, a seeking that which casts the light. I know you more and know. Ravel pauses, her eyes dimming. No more than I know the nature of any man. Crossed pasts we have. A man tainted with undeath, still feeling the pangs of separation. And an old withered crone, now all imprisoned. Crossed pasts. Well, yes, we know we met her already. Seems it was that we are a meeting for the first time. No, not. Ravel seems confused for a moment, then shudders, as if throwing off a weight. Not at all. An echo of a future meeting this is, or a past meeting, depending on which way time is facing. So this meeting echoes a meeting in the past. The now and then, very similar, so tangled the now and then is, both mirrored in each other, once and again. You come afore me with the problem, to challenge me for a solution to an impossibility. Ravel hisses at you, her eyes ablazed. Beautiful, ungrateful, beloved man. Judging from her words, I'm assuming that she had a thing for me. I guess even night hags can fall in love. What was this impossibility I asked you to solve? Ravel doesn't seem to have heard you. She still seems to be in her past, for her eyes dim as if looking far away. Such fire in your eyes, enough to stir a grey lady's heart. Passion to be free, but when freed, the fire in your eyes guttered out. With the separation, your life has shed all meaning, I fear. Ravel smiles with her yellowed fangs, then clicks them together as if laughing. Mayhap you should sit on your hind legs and limp your forepaws. Mayhap Ravel will give you another scrap of knowing. I will not beg for your aid, Ravel. I will ask, nothing more. As it ever was for you, you would not bend your knee to me, my precious man. Ravel, I have many questions I wish to ask. Oh, more questions do you have? But you have already asked so many. Ravel's black-veined eyes take on a curious gleam. The time for my questions is now, half-man. Very well, Ravel. Ask your questions. Know this, and know Ravel's law. If you do not answer my questions, no more of your questions will I answer, my precious man. Step lightly with the answers, or the asking shall tear you apart. That seems fair to me. Seems fair. We're here for information. Let's share it. Your rules are fair. Ask your questions, Ravel. I would know why you traveled here with these others. No, not the place they were traveling to. They all knew they were coming here to... So, let's take a look at this. Without looking at the answers first. I'm looking up at the screen as I look at my companions. So, they know we're here to find Ravel. They knew we would come here. And they know that I'm looking for my past. So they knew all of this already. So I don't feel like I should have to speak to them, for them. So let's look at the answers. They chose to walk this path with me. Of course they knew who would not want to travel here to meet with you. Beautiful Ravel. I like this one. I guess this is kind of true, in a way. For Fall from Grace, as a member of the Sentients, she would want to experience this. I will answer her question. I will not say goodbye. One of these two. They did kind of choose this path. Oh, I don't know which of these to answer. This one's probably based on my charisma or intelligence, which is why it's showing up, I guess. My problem with this question is that I'm kind of... This is kind of lying. But they did know. So, I'm gonna go with this one. Of course they knew. Who would not want to travel here to meet with you, beautiful Ravel? Few opportunities does life provide for such a meeting. They wished to see if the tales of your power and beauty were true, as I knew them to be. Ravel stares at you for a moment in silence, then her face splits into a horrendous grin, her row of yellowed fangs glistening in the faint light of her eyes. Ah, my precious man, you carry only words. The blackish tongue darts from her purple lips and rolls around the rim of her mouth as if in anticipation of a meal. But you are well armed indeed. I'm gonna lie. Only truths do I speak, Ravel. She nods slowly, and then her grin fades. And they travel with you willingly? They chose to walk my path with me, as I said. Who wouldn't want chose? A dangerous word. Is it so? Yes. Yes! Ravel throws a black-veined glance at Dakan, her voice like an arrow. Is it choice, gift? Is it? Or is it a matter of two skies? Dakan's blade bleeds into a vicious dead black, mirroring his eyes, and to your surprise, the Karak edge silently splits into jagged fangs. Ravel, leave him be. I will answer your questions, not them. What of the cogbox? Ravel turns back to Nordum, sneering. What does it know of choice? She snaps her fingers, a sound of cracking bone. Wow. There is only obey and obey, huh? Query. What does Nordum define choice? Define choice. The act of choosing, selection, the right or opportunity to choose. Nordum, stop. This is between Ravel and I. Look, Ravel. Ravel turns to Mort. Skull, skull, skull. Your expression is difficult to read without the skin wrapping, but I feel your fear from here. Coming here was not your choice. Well, I didn't have anything better to do. except to go to one of the lady's mazes and meet one of the evilest creatures to ever set foot in Sigil. So I said, sure, why not? Mort, be quiet. Ravel, I be quiet! Mort clacks his teeth. Like the hells I will! You think I've listened to this crone rattle her bone box enough, and now she's got some pair of stones saying I haven't got any skin? So what if I don't? Obviously the fact she has skin has done wonders for her looks. Does she think I like being naked all the time? And another thing, Mort, cut it out. Ravel, look. The succubus. Ravel squints. Did she have a choice? Mayhap in her smooth skinned mind of soft silks and hard truths. Maybe choice. But no, a sensate must experience all. And to refuse to come, not a sentient would you be. Still no choice. Ravel, enough of this. The tiefling, the fiery one. No choice at all. When you feel instead of think, there was little room for choice. Anna makes no response. Ravel's mere presence seems to have silenced her. Her tail has stopped flicking, however, and her eyes have lost their hard edge. I don't like her picking on Anna more than any of the others, mostly because this is a bit beyond Anna. This is not her being smart in the street, living by her wits. She is terrified of being here. Enough with this, Ravel. What other questions did you have? Shh. There will be time enough for you to speak, my precious man. Ravel taps a talon against one of her yellow tusks. This question next. What do you feel for these that have come with you? Do they matter in your heart? She smiles, black veins dancing in her eyes. Or are they tools for your will? Alright, so I've read all the answers down below. These companions matter to me. I have grown quite fond of all of them. I like the Khan. I like that I helped him find his faith again, and I like to continue to do so. I like to keep the vow I made with him as well, and we'll fall together in battle. I like Mort. I like how he's witty. I like his sense of humor. I like Fall from Grace. She's struggling to be more than what she is and trying to change her nature. I like Anna a lot. She's a bit brazen, lots of foul words, but I can understand why she is the way she is. I like her outfit too. She's cute. And for Nordom, I don't know too much about him at the moment, other than the fact he's got a pair of intelligent sentient crossbows. And that he is trying to, I guess, find more answers for himself. I like all of them. They matter to me. Even the Gith. Ravel's ember gaze falls into Khan, then slides off to lock with your eyes again. Speak what he means to you, and say it true, or blanketing my garden he will be. He is my ally. I know him. He is my friend. Ravel nods, then she smiles again, her talons tapping against each other. Does that surprise you? What of the skull? Ravel doesn't even bother to look at Mort. Surely he matters not to one such as you. Or does he? I like him. I would consider him a friend. Let's see what other answers to this. Skull, I don't care about the enemies in combat. Usually don't trust him. He doesn't much. He is careful. This is kind of true. He's hiding some sort of huge secret that I don't understand. But I'm going to go with the first one. I like him. He is my friend. Curious. Curiouser. Curious her. Ravel smiles. Quite the puzzle box you are shaping up to be. What else lurks in the dark places of your mind? I hide nothing. Ah. And here is the core of it, the abyssal temptress. Does she rise above the merely carnal to you? Or is she something else in your eye? Grace says nothing. She seems to be studying Ravel intently. You are suddenly struck with the feeling Grace is sizing up Ravel for her weaknesses. Ravel turns back to you, clacking her yellow tusks as if in anticipation. Speak, precious man, but have a care where your words fall. Wow. So these answers makes me think that Ravel's jealous of Fall from Grace. She's a succubus, so she's, you know, game term-wise, she's supposed to have like a super high charisma, and like most people would not be able to resist her if she decides to try to tempt them. I don't feel that she's being superior at all. She talks elegantly. She holds herself in a very like a regal manner. I don't know, she's succeeding to present herself in a very noble way. I also don't, my nameless one, I guess I've never even considered the fact that she would be anything more than a friend. So, go with this. I like her. She has many good qualities. I consider her a friend. Ravel slides her gaze off of you and narrows her gaze at Grace. Enough of these games, Ravels. Look. Ravel turns, clasps her tusks, and then glances at Anna with a sneer. And what of this slip of flesh? The fiendling. The tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. What is she to you, my precious man? I like Anna a lot. I like how she's very... I love aggressive women. They are awesome. I'm gonna go with my nameless one likes her a little more, so I'm gonna go with this. I could fall in love with her. Ravel glances at Anna, then snorts, her black-veined eyes gleaming. So be it. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. My next question is this. Ravel's voice drops, almost whispering, and suddenly you have a strange feeling she does not want to hear the answer. Why did you wait so long to return to me? Ravel grew lonely without you, precious man. Yeah, yup, Ravel really liked me. Wow. Holy freaking crap. Probably the only reason I lived through the separation, and why she probably agreed to even do it in the first place. The way to this place is difficult, beautiful Ravel. Efforts have been made to ensure you have little company, and many were the trials I was forced to undertake in order to stand before you. Yet I am glad to see you once again, Ravel. Time has not dulled your beauty, I see. Your answers. Ravel's eyes glint, and her lips peel back in a grotesque smile. Your words are soothing, and have not been heard in such a time. They stir even my black-brambled heart. No matter where your memories be, your charms remain, pretty thing. Nay, it is your charms that persist, beautiful Ravel. Of charms, enchantments, beguilements, all these Ravel has mastered, yet there is much, it seems, you could teach I. Perhaps. Have you another question for me? Ah, yes. The third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you are suddenly gripped with the terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling up within you, and you feel compelled to ask